Hello guys, good morning. First time ever that I do a live stream in the kitchen Sunday morning. And I thought let's try to do morning routine to show you, to share with you my morning routine. This is what I do, except maybe the tea. This is what I do every single day, even from Monday to Fridays when I go to work. So first is a little mobility, moving my body, shaking, waking up the body. Usually I watch outside, so my view is towards the window. Something like this. So first are rotations, really good for the spine. Three sets. First time I try food and drink category. Let's see how it goes. After this mobility routine, I'm gonna, let's say, cook a little, prepare breakfast. I always loved morning routine. I always talk about it or write articles or parts of my book. It really sets the day. Great. And now shoulders. And now simple shakes, which are really great to wake up the body. And then tapping. Tapping also wakes up the body so good. Hello Robin, you found me. Good morning to you. I'm great. Doing my morning routine. How about you? And last but not least, breathing. Breathing is so important, especially when you wake up. Keep your back straight, shoulders back. Inhale and exhale 5 times, 3 sets. Two more. These days rained so much, it still rains. And one more. And last but not least, what I do every single morning for more than 1 year, it's my tennis ball that I put on the floor. Yes, it is. And I roll my feet, sole on it. It's really, really healthy to activate everything. It feels amazing. Other leg. And that's it. That's my moving mobility morning routine. Hello Luxurious and Ottavio, welcome back guys. Happy Sunday. So let's start. I would like to have the camera there. I would like to have 2 cameras like I already said, so you can see better. So lemon, half of lemon every morning. With warm water. It's really first time that I share my morning routine. Like this. I tried in videos to publish them, but live, never. So see, freshly squeezed lemon. On top I'll pour warm water and honey. Perfect to wake up the body. Warm water with lemon. I do it for so many years. My mom also. It's a really great routine. It's like a shower inside, and especially for the liver. And what I take with my lemon every single morning are my supplements. My supplements usually change. I mean, for example, the other day I finished resveratrol. I take a little break, then I take it again. But what I always have is magnesium, but I take it in the evening. Now I finished the sea moss. It's empty. I take garlic every day. Ashwagandha, Indian ginseng. You should Google it, all of them, to see the benefits. Shilajit has like 85, I think, minerals. Coenzyme Q, I think it said, Q10. And last but not least, the most important one. I don't think you'll guess which one is the most important one. It's vitamin D3, high dosage. I cannot describe in words how important is vitamin D3 on so many levels. You cannot imagine. Hello Betty, welcome back. Happy Sunday. What I missed here? Hello Chrissy, welcome back. You know them, bravo. Hello Lumulu, welcome back. Bon appetit. My next thing is matcha. I always drink it in the morning for a long time. One little scoop. I pour boiled water, or let's say warm. And you know matcha goes with this. And you stir. Fruits always change. For me, I eat fruits every single day. And depending on the season, I change them. But mostly in winter it's grapefruit, oranges, kiwis. And my matcha goes with my vegan protein. Three little scoops like this. until 2 days ago, my vegan protein was kind of like this. This is the brand, but here I have oats inside. Vader, if you know it. I really like it. I think it's one of the best for, the vegan protein. And it was with mango and matcha. And I finished it and now I tried something else. And on top I pour oat milk or soy milk. Usually I have soy milk, but today is oat milk. I give a stir, how to pronounce, and drink it. And this I have every single morning before I go to work. How some people enjoy coffee, I enjoy this. I never drink coffee. And after this, I cut the fruits, I eat them, and meanwhile, I'll do my oats. They need like 10 minutes of cooking. And one more thing that is added to my routine when I go to work is I do my box with oats and chia seeds, flax seeds, sesame seeds, pumpkin seeds, cacao powder, goji berries usually. What I missed here? Let's check. Hello Smack, welcome back. I don't really understand your question, Berry. Hello Meg, welcome back. Yes, the liquid mass is the best. I mean the real algae that you blend. I bought that once and I did it, but it's so hard to find in shops. I think now I understand. Of course, the best is to have many colors and the rainbow, how it said. Speaking of food. Thank you for following. Welcome to my channel. I'm a bird, thank you. But also our body likes routines. It thrives in routines. And if some food is really healthy, like blueberries, walnuts, some foods are really extraordinary, you cannot get rid of them. You should have them always. Matcha is really great. Wow, great, Neg. And usually what I add in my weekend routine is my rooibos tea. I really like it a lot, but that's only Saturday and Sunday. Thank you, Betty. Empty. Routines are something so great. People that do it and tried it, they know it's a life changer. So I always mix water and plant drink, milk, how to call it, or my little pot. And here I add the oats. Per day I eat like 2 scoops of this, and at work also, of oats. And I prepare also for tomorrow. Yes, it's really good. And if you add, that's how I drink it, honey and plant milk, it's heaven. Yes, for most people probably it's boring, but it's not. And I really don't know how to explain how great it is and how many benefits you have from it. A calm mind, and you always get the results you need. All the people that I met that don't have routines, they usually don't have the results they want, and you feel their energy. They are like everywhere. They are sometimes even lost. They get stressed out, they don't know what to do. But when you have routines and schedules, you know what to do. So like I said, while the oats get cooked, I cut my fruits. So that's why it's really important to wake up at least 1 hour before you go to work. I never understood people that wake up, let's say 20 minutes before work, they fast, wash, dress up and go. They go stressed. But instead, if you wake up earlier, maybe you get to read a little, do a little mobility, breathing like I just did. Plan your day. If you feed your body and mind with the proper food and thoughts and words, affirmations, you start your day great. And also, cleaning and organizing is part of this routine. Always after you eat, after you cook, you should clean. It takes like 5 minutes. It's so fast. Cleaning, even in Zen and Buddhist monks, it's said how important it is. On the giant screen. Bon appetit, Robin. Yes, exactly, it's a discipline. I always say gym and routines are like washing your teeth, something that you do every single day. You don't think like, oh, it's so hard to do. Thank you for following, welcome to my channel. I don't talk about that cleaning, the big one that takes time. That one I do only once a week, usually on Saturdays. But the normal cleaning, that should be after you cook. Wash your dishes, clean the countertop, and that's it. And maybe if it's something on the floor, you clean it, and that's it. But my idea was like, you leave besides you, where you go, you leave things how you found them. If you found the kitchen clean, you should leave it like that. Having my fruit. And yes, I like to eat my fruit standing. I usually don't sit. And what I put lately, by the end, when it's cooked, the oats, I like to add 2 or maximum 3 teaspoons of coconut milk, you know, the fat one, creamy one. It gives a creamy texture and great taste. Routines and cleaning gives peace and calm to the mind. If you check the Buddhists, I read a lot about them and watched documentaries. They have that routine that is daily. Helps a lot the mind. I like kiwis a lot. And they are really healthy. They are one of the richest in vitamin C. From category of fruits. From veggies is bell pepper. They have the most. And see, now I wash. I cannot leave it like this and go to work. And oats always need to add a little water, a little milk. And creamy coconut milk. It shouldn't be dirty. For like, how long it took me to wash the wood board where you cut? 1 minute. So why should I leave it dirty? For me it's like leaving the mind dirty. If it makes sense. It's been proved many times in many studies and research. Cleaned and organized home is the same for the brain. So as you see, my morning routine is one after another during the week. In weekends instead, what I just did, it's not really that fast paced one after another because I have time, I don't have to go anywhere. So usually I drink water and lemon, my matcha, and then I stay maybe 1 hour or 2, read or work on some videos, editing, something. And then I come back to kitchen, I eat fruits, then I stay longer, then I eat the oats, and sometimes I eat oats, my oatmeal, around lunchtime. I don't have a problem with that. True. Usually artists, if you look at them, their work, their place of work, it's really messy, it's crazy. If you go there, you feel like I don't really like it, but I understand that's how they work, their mind, and they know where it is, everything. So for the purpose of stream, to show you what I do, I cannot stay like hours on stream. I did them one after another exactly how they are from Monday to Friday. So from now on, you know how I start my day. And I hope I help you to try to do the same. Soon the oats are ready. I pour them in the bowl, and then on top I cut slices of banana. Sometimes it's pineapple, sometimes are blueberries. The mine needs to be dirty. Ah, I'm so happy to hear that, Betty. You're funny. Like I always said, I love routines and discipline, consistency so much. I could talk forever about it. Go on conference. I really would like to teach people the importance of it. Maybe some of you remember I said it on stream. I would like to have something like an army, but more modern one. But that type, that you have morning routines, what you eat, what supplements you take, movement, brain food, let's call it, everything. Bravo, Robin. Good job, Ulumulu. Ah, great question, Nick. I just talked last night with my mom about it. So she's the same. So probably I took from her. We just talked about this, and my grandma is the same. So probably passed from generation to generation. But also from the book that I'm reading right now, this one, Time of Simplicity of Dominique Leroux. Just yesterday when I was reading, it said these things pass from mother to daughter and should pass always, and they learn. Also for boys, it's not just for girls. For example, I have a client, she has 2 boys, little boys. She's exactly like me, disciplined. When she wakes up the boys, everything is ready. Breakfast, clothing to go to school, backpack, and she knows exactly what to do. But for example, I have clients that don't have any discipline or routine, so everything is messed up. Kids don't have anything ready, or everything is fast forward, stress, fighting maybe, arriving late at school or at work. So yes, I was taught since I was little to do everything. I was taught to clean my room, always my room, which is normal if you think about it. You should clean your room. But to answer properly, I also learned a lot from books since I first started personal developing and psychology. There are already many years since I read books, watch documentaries. I like to call self-taught. I like those things. And I totally sustain, or how to say, self-education. Everyone should do it for themselves. Don't wait for someone else. And never, like I always said, play the victim that you had a hard childhood, hard life. It's up to you when you're an adult to self-educate yourself, to be better, to improve yourself, to be the better version of yourself. But I kind of want to do also my rooibos tea. So I drink it while I talk with you. After I finish the oatmeal, I'll do it. So on top I pour just a little honey and then my banana. Let's see what I missed here. I'm happy to hear that, ulu mulu, that you enjoy here. Yes, sometimes we are so different from our parents. It depends. That's why I said the most important is to self-educate yourself. Oh my God, thank you so much. That's so nice to hear, like Peter. The clinical psychologist, like me. Well, if you learn the same and then you go on the same road, you kind of have the same thoughts, ideas. I noticed that. Like I said before, my mentor when I first started with personal development was Wayne Dyer. Wayne Dyer is a doctor in psychology. He died sadly. I would have liked to meet him. So the way he was thinking and thoughts and ideas, mine are kind of similar. And whatever I hear and find of Peter, I find the same. Like I agree totally with what he says. Ready for tea. So until here, until the oatmeal, is my Monday to Friday routine. The rest, now it's weekend. I showed you before my tea place. I have to show you again because it's one of my passions and I like it so much. And I really desire to have this. You see it? So it's a lot of tea bags first, teacups. You like? This is my robust tea, the one that I have at the moment, which I will finish now. I have to go buy another one. This is with caramel. Has rooibos, caramel pieces and like peanuts. And that's it, nothing else added. Yes, like soldiers. Ooh, that's so great. I would like it. I always imagine that army of mine. And I put it here. And I finished it. Have to buy more. Also, this is an example of routine and discipline. Everything you have in your kitchen, in your pantry, when you see it's almost done, for me, rarely happens this, like it's done and I don't have another one. But it's tea, it's not that important as food. But when I see something's almost done, I go and buy it. Unreal. Thank you so much, Brett. Welcome back. Yes, like that, I would like. I thought many times that I don't think I would have mind to do army, because I like so much discipline and working out. Probably would had fit me. It teaches so much the mind, but of course the violence part, I don't like it. Anything is violence, I don't agree with it. Wars, I find it stupid, and it's all politics. Months, wow, so much. Thank you, Brett. I see you rarely, so I don't know how old or new are you on the stream. And last thing, what I always do, which again takes like 2 minutes, is clean after I cook, like I said. See how fast it is? You don't need much. It's just the will to do it. And done. What else to talk about? You can ask me. As you can see, I'm really passionate about discipline, routines, teaching others. What I noticed from all the years of my work is that people that don't have routines and discipline, they do whatever they want at home, so they don't have the results they want. But if you go into place, like I said, example army, but we can call it also healthy clinic, where you stay a few days or 1 month would be great. You stay there and everything you have there, so you can learn the new habits every single day. What happens on Sundays? So they are always like this, like you just saw. And then I enjoy so much drinking my rooibos tea while reading, which I'm gonna read with you a little. And depending of the weather, if it's sunny and nice, yes, I always go out and walk everywhere. I like to be a tourist in my own town. Hiking, no, because I live in a big town, so nature with hiking, it's kind of far. And I don't drive a car, so I never go out. No, novels never. It's not my style. Of course, I totally agree. I always try to buy organic ones. For example, my dishwasher, dishwasher, this one here, it's organic. My clothing, how it's called, for washing clothes, it's also organic. For many years I use that. And the one that you saw me cleaning here, it's also. And I tried years ago the most simple, not harmful thing is apple cider vinegar. And sodium bicarbonate. That's the most natural things you can use to clean. I tried that also on the floors, but you can imagine how the house smells. Like apple cider. No, never novels. I'm the type of, always I liked personal development, health, nutrition, let's call motivation, success, financial, those are the things that I like. And lately I'm into this, like I showed you, this author. Lately I like all her books. I think I'm gonna buy many. I told you about Wayne Dyer. All his books I read, I like him a lot. I think it infused, right? My tea. It's enough time. I like the sound of pouring. Just listen. Shh. So relaxing. Now I add honey and vegetal milk and enjoy it with the book and with you guys. And by the way, even though I repeat daily my morning routine, I repeat always my workouts, I'm always excited to do it again. Like, I know tomorrow it starts, I'm always excited. From the first time, which is many years ago, I did my morning routine, or first time I worked out. On Fridays, when I know tomorrow morning it's Saturday, I always can't wait. I'm excited to start without having the thought that I have to go somewhere. I can take it slow. Yes, that's the name, slow mornings. I did also a video about it last week. I love slow mornings. And done. Let's have the tea and book. Thank you for following, Master John. Welcome to my channel. It seems like it, but it's not that much honey. Wasn't full teaspoon. Yes, maybe they like. It's different for everyone. Novels. Thank you for recommendation. I watched the Sandman TV show. Only? That's so little. You see me? Yes. So when I read something that I enjoy so much, or I see something around me, but usually when I read, sometimes it sparks an idea and I get so excited, like instantly I want to write about it. So today I'm going to write another article. Last week I did also on my blog. No, not with kids. It's normal with actors. It's like a movie. I think it's on Netflix. Last week I wrote about the paradox between pleasure and happiness. I really like that concept because nowadays many people mistaken the pleasure equals happiness for many people, which is not good. Giving always pleasure like dopamine to the brain, it's not healthy, and it's like you are on drugs. So you always give him and he always wants more, and goes like with sugar and insulin, up and then down, I want more, and then up again. Yes, probably a different story. Yes, always swipe, also not healthy for the brain. So even in internet we need discipline. In everything you need discipline. If not, you get lost in this hectic lifestyle that is now. That's what I like about this book, is that everything it says goes a little back, comparing like from old days, the gold ones, and present moment, which is always present moment. It's fast forward, it's always stressful for many people. Just a few people makes it to find peace and balance and calm mind in this world now. But back then was more calm, more peaceful mind. So actually, in a funny way, let's call it, happiness is found in the little things and in the lack of things. If you don't have something but you wish to have it and work to have it by, for example, daily routines and plans, working towards that, even if it takes months, years, that gives happiness, that gives excitement to live, to feel life. But having it like this instantly doesn't give happiness, doesn't create a strong character. So everything that's like lacking in your life actually helps to be happy. Receiving everything already done, you don't move a finger, it's not happiness. That's why if you look, children that receive everything always, they don't move a finger to have it, they grow up as unhappy, and they have problems when they grow up with depression. They don't find themselves. Yes, I quit watching TV, the normal TV, not Netflix, news and TV shows which everyone has in their country a long time ago, like many years ago, when I first started with health. I think it's around 15 years ago. I don't use it, the cable TV. And for some years I didn't have TV at all. I didn't need it. Then I bought one, I have it, but most of days it's turned off. I watch only sometimes, let's say 1 hour on Netflix if I watch a TV show in the evening, and that's it. Yes, that's the greatest, when you never gave up and you made it. The best feeling, and you learn so much from it, develops you in many ways. I'm glad it helps, Ulumulu. And by the way, about struggles, that's often made like a mistake for people. When they find themselves in front of struggles, they become sad and they start to focus on them, which is not good. We should learn, this is again self-education, learn to embrace struggles, to make the most of them, to accept them if we don't have any other option to change them. That's everything about life, in short. Either you accept something, either you try to change it. Because not accepting and forcing something else, that's what suffering means. And struggles always makes us stronger, better. We always learn from them. If we had a perfect life, you don't learn anything. Actually, sorry to say it, but makes us stupid. The more easy it is and the more you receive everything on a plate, you become stupider. So yummy, this tea. By the way, rooibos is really healthy if you read benefits about it. Walking is really, really healthy. So in short, that's about it, about pleasure and happiness. So here you find again, in the book it says, mentions again the routines and just home habits that you have at your home every single day to find happiness and pleasure in routines. I met so many people that cooking, for example, or cleaning, or just the home routine that you have, they see it as a burden and they hate it and they always struggle with it. Of course you struggle with it if you hate it. Hello Captain Jakes, welcome back. Happy Sunday. How are you? I just finished my morning routine. I wanted to share, it's my first time that I do this on Sunday morning. My mobility exercises in the morning, water and lemon, matcha, and oats and fruits, and that's it. That's what I do from Monday to Friday. And now this is what I do in weekends, reading and drinking tea. You, how are you? Also, if you notice, that's a really big difference. Older people, like from old generations, they barely had depression or anxiety. But nowadays, the more comfort they have, luxury or, material things, nothing lacks, the more unhappy they are. Okay, thank you, Captain Jax. I am calm. No, it's not a good thing. Someone else to do it for us. And sadly, in the next year, that's what it will be. Probably when we will be old, everything will be AI and robots. Messed up world will be. Oh, I'm sorry about your knee. So see, that's how it ends. I want to read you a little. The chapter about pleasure and happiness. It ends saying that let's limit the frequency of pleasures in our daily lives. And let's start, by doing that, let's start to not despise our repetitive activities like a normal schedule life, meals, sleep, exercises to move your body. And also always it suggests to find non-intellectual activities to do, especially in weekends, and especially if you have a job that from Monday to Fridays it's on a computer, in an office. Try to do manual things like cooking, pottery, art, painting, wood, something with wood, how it's called. I forgot the name in English. And never consider activities like this a waste of time. I met people and some of my clients that always said it's a waste of time to cook or to clean. And actually it's not. It helps a lot the spirit to remain healthy, to rest. So to love the ordinary, the simple things, that's the secret of happiness. Ooh, you go to Mexico, that's so great. Vacation? I understand what you're saying, Meg. But I think you miss many things if you skip them. If I walk outside, today probably not. It's raining. Great, I wish you a great vacation. Ask someone, enjoy it. You have lists, I remember, right? Of what you want to visit. Next place. And now the next chapter which I read yesterday is to learn to live in a slower pace our life and not go to, like I said, this hectic life that is now. Nowadays nothing stops you to do whatever you want when you want. So here where it goes a discipline and like awareness to stop, to not do something if it's bad for you. I don't know if it's translated the same, the word. In the book says the ritual of menage. Menage is it means what I just did. Things that you do in the house. Cooking, cleaning, rituals. So these are rituals that are undeniable, present in your life. You cannot avoid them. That's what I meant. Tell me, Captain Jax. So that's why you should learn to like them, to embrace them. Especially like I said yesterday in the stream, at the gym. Cooking, for example, is one of our activities that will be forever for us. Like eating, we cannot avoid that. We have to eat to live. So you should learn to have a healthy relationship with foods, with all that involves foods, like planning a meal, going to do groceries, choosing the best ones for your health and energy for life, then cooking them. Very, very rarely. It's been years since I used it. And only when I really need to go far away or buy something that is big, like a furniture, depends, I use Uber. But usually I don't use anything. I always walk. So like I just said earlier, in Zen, menage and daily activities are considered a spiritual exercise as important as meditation. And I could agree more. If you are calm when you clean, when you cook, it's like an exercise for the brain. It's therapeutic. I always found it like that, always. For me, it was never a burden to clean, organize, cook. And actually, everything we do, we should learn to love it. Do it with love and enjoyment. I scare you? You're funny. How is that? You don't meet people calm? I think one part is that's how I am, but probably one part is everything that I always read and maybe influenced me. I always liked how Buddhists are. I don't think I would mind to be a Buddhist. I would really enjoy it. So they are really calm. Good that you're calm. It's really important. Actually, everything you find in calmness. Calmness is the best. It's like the foundation of a house. If you have that, you can build the best building. Really? I very, very, very rarely explode. How to say? It has to be something really, I don't know, crazy to explode. Rarely happens that to me. Because I always also learned a lot in psychology and personal development that is really important how you react. The way you react, that makes a difference also in life. Hello Shadow Mark, welcome back. So this is my morning routine, Shadow Mark, and probably you missed it. So if you want, I suggest to watch this past stream from today. I did everything that I do from Monday to Friday in the morning before I go to work. Mobility, water and lemon, matcha, fruits, oatmeal. And now is what I do in weekends, drinking tea and reading. I wanted to share with you guys so you can see. So happiness is given by the little habits. Happy Sunday, by the way. How are you? And also in the book it says, and it's a thing that I always tell my clients, but just a few does it. It's that you have to establish a schedule for you, the activities that you're gonna do. Having a schedule, it's again like routines. It helps you a lot in life and for your brain. in today's world, people don't have a schedule clearly defined and organized. So that's why they get lost. And also it's very important to know to relax, to take a few days like off, pace yourself, and to stay alone, you and yourself. Don't always seek the presence of others, parties, noise. Noise actually is not that good for the brain. And always try to enjoy yourself, because actually the most important relationship is the one with yourself, you and you, because you and you are always together forever. Others that you have around, they might come and go, and happiness should never, or emotions or well-being should never be based on others, because that means it will be always shaking and never stable. Others should only maybe fulfill more your life, but your life should be stable enough in emotions, in who you are, what you want, how you feel alone, who you are again. And enjoy even the little things, like here it says example, just relax, cleaning, or how to say, picking, I don't know how to translate, peas, how they are, a few peas in a thing, that thing, I don't know the name. You open them, I did that when I was little with my grandparents. When you have many of those, it takes a little time to open them all, take the peas, put them in a pot. That's like a manual activity which brings peace in mind. Pod, yes, thank you. So the electronic, let's call it relaxation, is not a real relaxation. Might look like I have a few minutes of free time and let's, like Barry said, swipe on internet. That's not really good for the brain. Only the activities that are connected with real life and like that you can touch and feel, and especially if you see the result from what you touch and do, like cleaning the peas, cleaning the house and you see the result, cooking and you see the result, a recipe. Everything that has the result is great for the brain. That's how it's said. Our brain is made to work like that. Gives that after hard work or putting an effort in something and having a result is the best for the brain. So again, about calmness, how many people can stay like put, relaxed in a park or at home and just stay in peace? That's really important to know and be able to do that. To just learn to do nothing. And now it's a page about the benefits of walking, which I hope everyone of you knows how important it is, how healthy it is, not just for the body, but also amazing for the brain. It's totally therapeutic and it's free. You don't have to pay anything to do it. And the more you're connected to a computer and electronics technology, and you don't do anything else differently from that, the more you lose yourself and your soul and your spirit. Yes, hello workout, welcome back. And look where I arrived. Happy Sunday. If you want to check my stream from today, I did a special one, first time ever, Sunday morning here, with my morning routine, what I do from Monday to Friday. Look where I arrived. I will translate. This is like part 2 of the book. See, I'm almost done with it. It's the digital world and the death of the past. By the way, don't you feel like, I don't know the word, but something like nice when you see pick up, when you see old photos like the ones that you touch, that you have in hand, not digital. When you see notebooks, when you see things from old times. I will read you 4 things that are here. That it says, because of modern technology, people lose more and more than earn in terms of comfort and pleasure. So we as people risk to reduce individual faculties like the 5 senses, common sense and intelligence. Bravo! Oof, don't get me started on paper. The fact of writing, handwriting is one of the greatest for the brain. It's so healthy. I always recommend it, especially in psychology. Handwriting is like a homework you give to your patients. Journaling, that's why it's so healthy. Many things. But it's great and sadly gets lost with time because of technology. Then the second thing in the book says we lose our individuality and originality. Third is we restrain freedom and private life. In a funny way, by the way. What I did this morning is my private life. And it's first time that I'm sharing it with you. Yes, watch the clouds and enjoy the sun. Oh my God, that's my favorite thing to do. Charges me so much, I don't have words to describe. It's so simple and so amazing. Like I always said, simple things and free things, I don't need money to do it, are the healthiest ones. Like walking barefoot, just breathing. So great. And the last thing that we lose with technology, it disappears the quality and virtues of human beings, like modesty, how is the next word? Pudor, I don't think it is in English. I mean, it's another word. Like shyness. Patience, the force of character, integrity, altruism, and many more. You have more coffee? Cheers with my rooibos tea. Also, it says the digital world is so magical and practical that we cannot imagine 1 second to live without it. And in some way, we don't have the possibility anymore to live without it. Thank you for following. Ghost, welcome to my channel. I hope you notice, makes you like think a little. Thank you for following, guys. Welcome to my channel. That we are the last generation that knows how life is without technology. After us, no one else will know anymore. How was life with the, I don't know how it's called in English, a phone that you have at home and you cannot take it with you outside? So that was really freedom and peace. I'm glad you like it. Workout 51. So that's why it's so important to know to like turn off technology. Stay 1 day without it. Before I did Twitch, oftentimes when I went in Italy in vacation, I put it on airplane mode, like really no one to bother me for days. Was amazing. It's really amazing to disconnect, to just be in present moment and enjoy the present moment. And actually I always talked about this. Everything comes down to this. To be healthy in mind, spirit and body means to come back to here, to be in present moment. Mindfulness. I always talked about it. Some of you guys heard me say it before. I even wrote my paper when I finished university about this. It's really great. I wrote an article recently about it. Mindfulness is really important, and mindfulness, in short, that's what it means, to be present in here and now, listen, smelling what you feel now, what is around you, if you're outside, flowers. Yesterday I went to my grandma. She lives close to me, walking, and all the street until I arrived to her, there are so many smells of spring, flowers. We have cherry blossoms, trees, they smell amazing when they bloom, and they bloomed. And just be here. The more you allow your brain to go in the past, means depression, in future it's anxiety, the more you actually skip life now and you just burden yourself with things you cannot change. You cannot change the past and you don't know how is the future. The future is created by now, present moment, what you do now. That's why routines, again, I repeat, and I will always repeat, that's why routines are so important, because you do them now and you'll have the result in the future. Working out and eating properly and repeating them, of course in the future you'll be fit, energized and feeling good and having the result of losing weight if that's what you want. Or gaining weight. For example, I had a client, 2 years. When she came to me, she wanted to gain weight. She was really slim. And she said all her life she was slim. She could never reach 50 kilos. And we made it together. 2 years of routines, but she is a disciplined person. Only disciplined persons make it to have the results they want. If not, you cannot. I had many clients that don't have discipline. They don't reach the results they want, and they always just complain, just suffer. For me, it's not. I cannot understand it. Why, if you want something, you don't change it. I even told to one client of mine recently, it means that it doesn't hurt you that much, because if it hurts you to be overweight, you would change it no matter what, your lifestyle. It means you are comfortable with it. And the next phrases in the book says, early in the morning, the sound produced from a person that, what is the word? When you clean with the, oh my God, I don't find any word now. What? Witches stay on broom. When you swipe with the broom on the floor, that sound, it's nice. It's, I don't know what to say. Maybe that's how ASMR got born. Interesting. To write with the pen and hear the sound of writing. That's what it says on the book. It's so subtle. Did I say right? I hope you understand. When you touch the paper, you hear. When you move a page, they are all nice sounds that gives pleasure to the brain. And actually, you know what it does? That's why they work so good. It connects you to the present moment. That's what you do right now. You swipe a page. So makes you, turns you back to present. If your brain goes to future or past, this makes you come back to present moment. Also, it says here the perfume, the smell of ink. If you write with an ink, I did that when I was little in school. To appreciate the letters, if they are fatter or thinner when you write. Oh, and the next one, it's one of my favorite. The magic of a fireplace. The wood. You know that sound, that fireplace. I always put it on TV because I don't have the real fireplace on winter. It's such a calming sound, enjoyable. And of course, when you cook something, the smell of the foods, it's amazing. All of this just feeds your sight, your hearing, your taste, your smell, and your tactile, the touching. And all of these senses, sadly, they disappear, or they get actually like anesthesia with the digital world. You lose them. And because of computer, our eyes don't appreciate the beauty of real colors. Our senses get like rusty, and they lose their sensibility, and that therefore it means we lose our pleasure to live. Glad you agree. And even more, how to translate, how it says here, like, even worse, because of digital world, our common sense disappears totally, and our intelligence diminishes. What do you mean, Captain Jax? What about relation with others? If we lose it? Well, as you can see, it's changed. Years ago, you talked with people face to face outside. Now it's mostly digital, so it's different. Also, it says here our sight loses the precision. We don't hear the sounds of nature. We don't, this is an example of what you said, relationships. We don't hear, that's the main thing that we lose with digital world. We don't hear the tone of voice of someone. Now you hear it because I do live streaming. But usually, how it started, the digital world, was texting. So by texting, you don't hear the tone of voice, you don't see the mimic of face, which is really important. This is all pure psychology. And to me, happened often time ago. If someone writes something, texts something, and I don't hear the tone and I don't see the mimic of face, sometimes I don't get it if it's a joke, if it's sarcasm, if you really mean it or not. So you lose that. Yes, I totally agree. Back to the roots is the healthiest thing. In other words, it says here, we don't enjoy the feeling of happiness that comes from an action fully lived. By the way, I saw recently a video which I agree. It said, and I read that in other time somewhere, that our brain is not made to know non-stop what happens in the world. Knowing what Trump does or what happens in Ukraine or in Africa or whatever gives non-stop stress to the brain. We were made to live in small communities with just a few people, and you only know what happens in your life and maybe the people around you, and that's it. Knowing everywhere, which is news actually, it's not healthy. That's why when I first started with this 15 years ago, I don't listen to news. I didn't even before, not much. I was way younger. But now at all. I don't need to know what happens. Sometimes I find out from clients, they tell me. But to do a habit to watch everyday news, it's not healthy for the brain. Yes, a book is always better than a movie. Movies actually are made from the books. Good job, Captain Jax. So see, again, it's all about habits and routines and how you create your life. It's your choice if you want to watch news, for example. It's your choice every single day what you feed your body and mind with it. Bravo! I stopped since 2012, I think. Or 11, somewhere there. Also, our hearing gets weak with digital world. Oh my God, you're so kind. Thank you so much, Robin. That's so nice to read. I'm happy to hear that. People oftentimes tell me, did you hear? Did you know that and that? And I always say, no, I don't know. By the way, that's how you keep a calm mind. If you ask yourself, always put questions to the brain, he likes it, and try to find the answer with what helps you, your personal life, to know about other countries, other people, especially if it's negative. That's what I mean. Of course, if it's positive, it's good to fool your brain, to make it full with positive things. Me too, the same. And see here it says, we live in a world that gets more and more loud, like cars, cell phones, and silence and solitude are put it away, and actually they are the most important. And nowadays they are considered like crazy, unnatural behaviors. And solitude is so healthy. I always recommend it. I always do it. See what I just said earlier? It says here in the book, the auditive aggression from present moment, it's so bad for the health, for visual, for the sight. And it affects us the moment we turn on the TV, like news. Or we arrive in a noisy neighborhood. Yes. And only us, we can decide what to avoid, like to avoid the big boulevards, go only on small streets, quiet ones, or to not frequent the clubs, discotheques, noisy cafe bars. The next one, it says, kids don't know anymore the taste and the perfume of garden tomato, like natural one. No, I never been. You been? You mean the ones that you go inside and stay there, and as long as you stay there, you don't talk? I only saw that in the movie Eat, Pray, Love. Had here the label silent or something like that. I would like it, and for me would be easy, would be so peaceful. Oh my God, so great. I'm a word person, like how to say, I like words. I always enjoyed to write. I told you before, I wrote many articles before. That was my job at the beginning. I wrote books, ebooks, and I still like to write sometimes articles on my blog. So I always choose writing instead of speaking. What I'm doing now with you, it's something that I learned, and I went out of my comfort zone. When I first started Twitch, was totally out of my comfort zone. Was hard. I would enjoy that so much. Amazing. That's something that I would do, like I just said earlier, in my health clinic or army style place, to stay there. As long as you stay there, we try silent, moving, feeling the body, connecting. Actually, this is the word. When you connect with your body and spirit and mind and just be here, that's when you find peace, that's when you find balance, health. When you do the opposite of it, that's how you lose yourself. That's how stress and anxiety happens. It's sad. It's sad when you see around you all of this. And when you know how simple it is to change, to find the health and balance, and you see people don't do it. It's a little frustrating, but what you can do? You have to accept. Because if you don't, you go again to the place of harming yourself. Just for example, smelling a flower when you pass by it, touching a tree, hugging a tree. And what can I say about picking your own fruits? Oh, that's so amazing and therapeutic in all the ways possible, for body health, for brain. And actually, you know how also you find peace and connect yourself? It's closing your eyes and only touching, like touch the book, the paper, touch the plants, texture, materials, whatever. Maybe you saw me. Oftentimes when I work out, I close my eyes and I'm there like mind and muscle and just do the movement. Eyes sometimes, especially in this modern world, they are helpful and not. Depends how you know to control it, what you watch, how you feed. It's again about how you feed your brain, your eyes, your body. For example, especially in winter time, if you boil oranges, cloves, cinnamon, you make a great smell in the house that helps a lot. Like we as human beings, we work on these 5 senses, and the more you reach them, the better you feel. So one of them would be this. Then if you burn in your house when you have time, of course, not before you go to work, or I don't know, you burn a candle. I did that oftentimes, especially when you eat. Like here on table, I did that. I put my plate. I'm grateful about it. I'm gonna talk about this really soon. And you turn on a light, a candle. The light from a candle, it's so therapeutic. You cannot imagine. That's how many meditations are made. So you earn a lot from this, like the energy of joie de vivre. I don't know how it's called in French. Captain Jax knows better. And what I have to say about food, by the way, this is again mindfulness, and this helps a lot in terms of emotional eating. Many people do that, emotional eaters. Joie, I don't know how to pronounce the first word. Joie de vivre, the happiness of living, something like that. Ah, that's so nice. Thank you, Lumulu, for the feedback. Yes, always be grateful of everything you have, you did. Yes, but I'm not quite sure how to pronounce the first word. Joie de vivre. So this is also something that I wrote in my paper for university when I finished. When you cook, everything starts from cooking, and maybe even from the first step when you go to buy the foods, the ingredients. You start from paying attention to colors of foods, texture, smell even. Smell the foods if you can. That connects you with present moment. Then when you start to cut them, to prepare the meal, then that makes you again be present in the present moment. And from there you can start being grateful for the agriculture or who made them to arrive in your hands and to have them. And especially when you are on your table and you have the plate in front of you, you feel the smell, you watch the colors, the more colors the better. In that moment it's really important to be grateful for the food you have in your plate, for the ability to see them, to smell them, and then when you take a bite, to enjoy the bite, the texture, the taste, and be grateful for everything of that. We take so often for granted these 5 senses of us, which are so important. You should be always grateful for them, that you have the feeling, the taste, the smell. They are really amazing. And that makes you be like calm and enjoy the meal, and then don't go on a rush of eating fast or doing something else when you read, when you eat, I wanted to say. How is pronounced? Joie de vivre. Joie de vivre. I told you I did French when I was in high school. I learned just a little, and since I finished long time ago and I didn't practice at all, you kind of lose. But instead Spanish and Italian I learned so well and I didn't lose, even though Spanish I don't practice. Depends, maybe. The only things that remained are counting. I know to count numbers in French. And where I arrived, here it says, like, long live the pleasure of lecture, of reading. I think I told you before, by the way. One of the things I like a lot to do when I have free time, and it's just sometimes, it's rarely, in this new year, since January I didn't do it. I like to go, we have a library here, it's the only one. You don't find often this type of libraries, sadly, that you can sit, they have tables, chairs. You can sit and take a book from all the books they have. You don't need to buy it, only if you want to. You take a book, you sit and you read. And you can stay as long as you want. And you can order, they have usually teas. And I always order a tea and sit like I'm sitting now, in silence and reading. That moment for me is so mindful, so peaceful, so full of great energy. It like charges from between my soul, my spirit, everything. I like it a lot. It says here, the book is maybe one of the last like resistance from the invasion and obsession of digital world. The book is a space, a silent space that takes you out from the speed, the cult of speed. A real book, like handbook like this, takes you back to present moment again, makes you live it because you feel it, like I said, the texture, the smell. By the way, who is crazy like me that likes the smell of a book? My mom is the same. I think I took it from her. She always liked libraries and reading. Books have a smell and it's a great one. It says here, pay attention to ebooks. Yes, ebooks are books, but not like the real ones. What is great about a book that you can take it and read it everywhere. I always take it with me when I go in an airplane. I read in an airplane. When I go to vacations. Oh, me too. I love that a lot. Yesterday when I went to my grandma, someone was cutting the grass and I passed really by. It smelled so great. Fresh, like new start. You can feel the spring more. So how to be present if it hurts? That's like a deep work with you. But that's something that many people do because it hurts the present. They run from it, go to past or future, which is even worse. You might seem that is good because it's just a moment of helpful moment that you just run away from. But never in life, it's not good to run from something. Ah, me too, that's great. Freshly sharpened pencil. Always try to develop the smells and these senses, the 5 ones that we just talked. Don't lose them. Don't go too much on digital world. So not hurting the present moment means to always work on your emotions and thoughts and pay attention to them. Like talk to yourself. Try to find out why it hurts so much, why it still hurts. Try to heal yourself with things that you like and do them in present moment. Like for example, if you like to read, I hope you do. If you don't, try to do it. Everything is teachable, learnable, because reading is the best therapeutic you need. The best friend you need is the best thing you can do for yourself and helps you with mind, with brain, with peace. You have to become strong enough. You're welcome. Strong enough to live in the present moment, even if it hurts. Even if it's true, in the present moment, for example, you don't have anymore someone dear that maybe passed out, or many things can happen. Divorce, separation, there are so many. And I've been through all of them. But either way, you're still here. Be grateful that you're here. Be grateful always for the relationships you had, for the memories. Don't focus on the bad. Always try to focus on the good. Even if that person was short in your life. No matter what the situations, there are many and they are all different and we all have them. No one has a perfect life. Life is made to give you ups and downs, to give you struggles, because that's how you create a better character of yourself. That's how you know yourself. That's how you grow and develop. Actually, in a paradox way maybe, and you find it maybe crazy, but that's how you create a better version of yourself. Passing through struggles, overcome them. Hello Molten Roses, welcome back. Happy Sunday. Look here, it says to not lose the art of expressing and writing correctly. By the way, grammar, I always liked since I was little. At school, I liked grammar, was one of my favorites. Spelling or writing, it's really great. And some people lose that with the digital world. And many people goes to abbreviations, or how it's called, shortcuts, inventions, which are not that helpful. They seem like it at the moment, but like how much seconds you earn if you write in short or if you write the whole word and you use comma and all the grammar. Hello Hidev, welcome back. Happy Sunday. So today was a morning routine stream. I did it when I first started 2 hours ago. So if you want to check, I highly recommend. If you want to see what I do every single day before I go to work. My mobility exercises, water and lemon, matcha tea, fruits and oatmeal. My oatmeal awaits me there. It's ready. But on Sundays and Saturdays, I don't have to rush to eat it. I don't have to go anywhere. So I like to stay. I don't feel hunger. And naturally, sometimes in weekends, I do intermittent fasting. It says that the teenage and kids, they will arrive to not communicate with more than 140 words because they always use abbreviations. By the way, who likes letters? The real ones that existed back then, like a real paper, a real pencil, and you write down and you send it. I find that so nice. And sadly, it got lost. And see, now I speak, and I speak a lot. I usually don't do this. Maybe with my clients, because I have to. But silent, as workout said, silent usually is better. And I told you, at the beginning when I first did Twitch, that was my idea. To do workouts in silent mode. Don't speak. Oh, so nice. Look what it says here. I'll translate it. It says, let's go back to old notebooks and papers. Me too, exactly. And the stamp, so great. It's a great thing. And when I see videos about it, how they make it and close it and put it in an envelope, I enjoy it so much. They're so relaxing. By the way, it says here about a paper that like became a little yellow because it became old. Yesterday when I went to my grandma, we went through the old pictures, the real ones that you touch, not the digital, also black and white. And between them, I found a little paper, all yellowish and old. It was really great to see it, and I didn't remember that exists. Was my first letter from my grandparents. I wrote down that in 1997, and I said that I just learned the letters, or how it's called. Here it's called abecedar. So when you're little and you learn for the first time the words, the letters, and you learn to write. So that's what I said. This is my first time that I learned. So this letter is for you, my grandparents, and it's the year there, 1997. I'm trying to understand what you wrote, Ulumulu. You mean, what's your question? Do you have a question? You mean how to learn to enjoy, let's say, present moment without something to influence it? Isn't it great to find old things? And especially if they're things that you made, you wrote, you created. What is great, it says also here in the book about the notebook, about papers, is that you don't need electricity and they are kept forever. Actually, digital world, it depends on electricity. For example, like how it's called? Like a card. How it's called in English? With money. Yes, it's practical, it's easy, comfortable, whatever. But if the internet, the bankomat crashes, you're doomed. If all your money is there, you don't have anything. Really, my handwriting changed. It's not the same. Yes, by reading a book or just drinking a tea. Oh my god, this is so cold. I just touched the back of the seat. It's amazing. It's just so relaxing. Also watching like old photos from your family. Also, writing is a sensational tactile pleasure. So writing is one of the first things we learn from the youngest age. And handwriting can never be imitated and perfectly copied. It's our personal authenticity. And also it says the more we use internet, the more our IQ reduces. It's demonstrated scientifically. So to keep a journal, like I just said earlier, is great. Exactly, that's what I was talking for the past hour, I think, here on stream. How great it is to write. It's therapeutic, it's so healthy. My last sip of tea. And the words that illuminate the soul are the most precious jewels. And with a little practice, the handwriting can become a real art. When you keep a journal, it's actually like order and cleaning in the house. When you keep a journal, you put your thoughts and ideas in order. And you make like stronger intentions. Look what it says here, and reminds me the fact that my first time I wrote was on a blog. I think I told you before, I had a blog with same name, that's how my name started, Wellness by Sam. In 2012 I started. So here in the book it says, a blog, on the contrary of a journal, it expresses the wish to be read by others, and voluntarily you suppose, how it's read? Like you put yourself on the judge of others, which is true. Everything is wide open, like someone else can read or see. You put yourself on others' judgment. They can judge you, they can comment, and you know people sometimes are so mean online. I never understood that. If you don't like a video, if you don't like an article, just move on. Don't read it, don't watch it. Go and search what you like. But instead, many people comment badly and they are really mean, offend. But because I'm a psychologist, I know people that do that, they have problems inside. It's their personal thing, nothing to do with you. Yes, that's the downside of a journal, that someone can read it. And now we pass to the, I like this category in the book that says how to preserve the quality and sometimes I don't know, you noticed how to translate exactly the words to be precisely the same meaning. But it says how to preserve the 5 senses for our spirit. And look what it says. It says to not lose our senses, even though they are already kind of atrophied. Let's try to ask ourselves as often as we can the next question. What I'm about to do right now? And in the immediate next moment. And every time you remember that, exercise the senses. Watch, touch, listen, touch more and feel it deeply. Hello Nike, I don't know how to pronounce your name. No, just from Monday to Friday. Tomorrow we will be back in the gym. Yes, they have really many problems, the people that are mean online. They just hide behind the screens. And probably most of them would need a psychologist, therapy. And slowly your perceptions will become more intense and will transform. You will get to the wonderful thing that you're capable to hear the sound of a raindrop on a leaf, for example. And all of these things, the AI, the artificial intelligence, would never be capable to offer. And look, then it's again another chapter, which I won't be reading now. Maybe becomes boring for you. That's why I did. I have, I don't know, 1 month maybe or more. I have a new Instagram. I don't think I told you. That it's called Sam's Book and Tea Club. I thought, why not posting there the books and the pages, quotes that I like. I agree totally. And I think it will. In the future, that's what will happen, probably. It will end definitely all our senses, all our human things, like common sense, spiritual things, soul things. The more AI and the more internet, the more you lose these things. A great lie? Yes. I watched recently Matrix, the first one, which is really old, like from when? 90s? I don't remember the year. I totally recommend to watch it again. If you watch it back then, watch it now with different eyes, like from eyes from now. It's really shocking how many things are real now. They talk about AI back then, and if you watch the movie back then, yes, 1990, you were like, what? You couldn't believe it exists. It was totally science fiction movie. But now, see, we live it. It exists. And it's all part of a big matrix. So maybe IA was known a long time ago, before us, and planned and prepared to be out. Yes, paperback is the word I was searching in my brain. Really? The first time you saw me? That's how you found me? Hulumulu. That's so nice to hear. I thought you found me on Twitch. Thank you, Lumulu. You too have a great and amazing day. See you next time. Of course, say it, Molten Roses. Yes, totally agree, Shadow Mark. By the way, I'll show you my oatmeal. You see, for me it's lunchtime, so usually I eat it on weekends on lunchtime. See, simple, plain oatmeal with vegetable milk and coconut milk. And just a little drizzle of honey. And on top sometimes I put banana, pineapple, blueberries, and it's the perfect meal to nourish you and gives you energy for long hours. By the way, what I like about Sunday, one of the things I like to hear is the silence. At least here in my town, on Sundays, it's like everyone, maybe it's out of city or just at home. It's silent. It's so pleasant. Even if you walk outside, it's not much traffic. It's so different from during the week. Wow, that's great, Shadow Mark. Good job. I'm so glad to see that part of my community here. It's similar to me, like finding healthy things, going to the spiritual growing journey and road. In the healthy natural recipes, I think you cannot make mistakes, even if it doesn't come out as the recipe should. It's always tasty. It cannot have a bad taste. Especially the vegan desserts, which I do sometimes in weekends on stream. So also see why it's great. Why are great the little businesses, the family ones, the ones that people put soul in it, and you feel it from the moment you take a step inside. Comparing, for example, to a big business that has also like a chain that's everywhere in the world, it loses that personal touch, that feeling of like home or familiar, cozy. I don't know, many things, and probably you noticed also. And it's said that in the future, all of these small businesses will be closed and taken by the big companies. And you can see around us, everything goes more and more on the like robotic side. Not much human, personal, unique things. Yes, that's an amazing recipe. I used to do that also. I still have peanut butter here from the last time I did stream. The last recipe was so yummy and so much energy gave me. I was like flying for the workouts. For who missed it, I posted on YouTube. It's just medjool dates that you put on a food processor with just a little warm water and mix it, and becomes a paste, like dates puree, let's call it. And then you add 2 teaspoons of peanut butter, natural one, no sugar, no added things. Mix again, and that's the puree, that's the amazing taste. And then if you want to get fancier, you melt dark chocolate, you put it on a shape, silicone shape, when you make like your caramels, whatever, choice is yours. I don't know what else to talk about. I'm gonna go to eat my oatmeal, by the way, in silent, which is so great. Enjoying what I just said, the taste, the texture, the smell, the silence. And by the way, after 1 week of work, at my work is always talking a lot, especially listening. I listen to all of my clients. So it's a lot. I do also streaming, so I talk with you. In weekends, I always need silence to recharge. Great. I try to do butters. I think even pistachio one or hazelnuts time ago. But my food processor I think is not strong enough to make it. It's hard. I think you need a really strong one to make proper smooth texture of a butter. But that's the healthiest one, the one you make. Everything is made from scratch is the healthiest version. And when you don't have a choice and you have to buy, please always read the ingredients. Try to find a simpler version. The less ingredients it has, the better, the most close to the nature it is. And always try to eat simple plain ingredients, like coconut cream or coconut milk is just one ingredient. Chickpeas is one ingredient, beans, potatoes, broccoli, all the veggies, all the fruits. If you eat egg, if you eat meat also, but all the others that have like minimum 10 ingredients and 30 or 50, they are processed foods and they are not healthy. You should eat that rarely. So what to say, guys? I think that was it for today. I really enjoyed it. I'm happy I made it. So sometimes I will do it. And when I do workouts, we cannot talk much. My time is short. Usually it's 1 hour or 1 hour and a half. And I have to do my workout. So I talk just a little between sets. But when I can, I'll do this and we can talk more. And again, I'm really happy that I found so many people here that are similar and want to learn more about health and appreciate the spiritual and soul growth. So see you next time, guys. I wish you an amazing and silent and great morning or afternoon Sunday. Oatmeal. And look outside a little, if you can see. No, you see only the light. Bye, Molten Roses and Ulu Mulu and Captain Jax. Wish you a great vacation again. And everyone else is here, Shadow Mark. I appreciate all of you guys. Thank you so much for watching and for presence and for the support. Wish you all of the best. And have an amazing Sunday again. Bye bye, guys. See you tomorrow next time you can join me. Don't forget to move your body and feed always with the greatest things, your body and soul and mind. Be always aware of it and mindful. Bye bye, guys.